Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. You know it's all about you. You know you're the gears in this damn machine. 100% viewer-funded platform. Reach all the way up inside of your generosity and pull something out from me. The links will be in the description box. I thank you. So, you guys remember how I tell you sometimes when you see California doing something crazy, don't laugh too hard. Don't dislocate your elbow pointing at us too hard, because we are a mere petri dish. We are a laboratory. They're testing this shit here so they can see if it's possible to spread it to the rest of the country. And this story is no different. Now, this took place in Kansas City, Missouri. Not Transas, my bad, it's Kansas. But you might think differently after you hear this. So at a high school in Kansas City, Missouri, they had their homecoming. You remember that? Matter of fact, speaking of homecoming, I had this really cool surprise for my nephew. There's a fan of mine who is a world-class musician. He plays the same instrument as my nephew. He's in high school, and I had something planned for him. It was a surprise, and I wanted him to hooked it up so he can go backstage and meet the artist, and hang out and talk to him, and just make a good memory for him. But it turns out that the same day of the concert is his homecoming game. Star football player, he plays running back. You ain't gonna miss that. So I'll try to reschedule or something like that, but homecoming is big. You got the football game, you got some of the alumni coming back. The game is huge no matter who it's against. It's a huge game. You got the homecoming king and queen presentation, because everybody votes for the homecoming king and queen. You got the dance at night. And who's the homecoming king and queen? Usually the most popular guy. He usually has a Letterman jacket on. She's the it girl, probably a cheerleader or something like that. That's usually who wins homecoming king or queen. But no matter what, whether he's a jock or not, or she's a cheerleader or whatever, it's usually a girl who wins queen and a boy who wins king. Follow me, guys. I know we're looking at this through the prism of 2023 and shit is crazy. But that's normally how it works. A boy is voted king and a girl is voted queen. Homecoming king and queen. Well, not in Transas City, Missouri. Not this year, bitch. This time you're going to get the homecoming king and queen in one person. Because this high school said, hey, why don't we vote a boy as homecoming queen? What the fuck? So how does the homecoming king feel about having a boy as his queen? Is he one of these little woke kids who's been poisoned by the leftist Kool-Aid and he thinks, nah, man, it's totally cool. He is who he is, bro. Or has he not drank the Kool-Aid and he's up there like, what the fuck? Because he can't say anything because he'll be called a what? You got it. Transphobe, all kinds of shit. Maybe throw a homophobe in there. They're going to get their phobes in. He's going to be a few different phobes. But again, don't laugh at California too hard next time you hear about us doing some crazy shit, because it's coming to a theater near you. Who in the fuck would have thought Arkansas or Missouri? Kansas City, Missouri? That's the heartland of America. You guys are thousands of miles away from that left coast bullshit. You're not supposed to be infected by that. You weren't supposed to step in this communist turd barefoot and watch the shit come up between your toes like the Play-Doh spaghetti machine. That's not supposed to happen to you. Missouri, you're supposed to be one of our last stand, where you're supposed to be the last stand. You're supposed to be the last line of defense. You're supposed to be a safe space for those of us who don't believe in the bullshit. And now you're taking part in the bullshit. Homecoming queen is a boy? First of all, we know all these problems can all be traced back to home. I like to use the analogy of somebody holding 10 balloons in their hand. You know, the balloon has a string, it's filled with the helium, the balloons are floating, but all 10 of those balloons lead back to one person's hand, right? All of those strings are held by one hand. So you can trace all of our problems back to one thing: the family, the home. What kind of parents does this boy have to where they didn't tell him, hey, don't fuck with that. Don't run for homecoming queen and you're a boy. What are you doing? Don't ruin their experience. Don't take something away from an actual girl, from a real live double X chromosome, tits and clam, old school, OG, original gangster girl. Why would you take that from her? Why would you be an asshole? Don't do that. No, wrong. He probably got one mom or two dads or two moms. This kid probably doesn't come from a home with a mother and a father. And I guarantee you, if that boy does have a father at home, his mother has a firm grip on his testicles. But he probably has a couple moms and a couple dads. And they were like, no, this is your right. You express yourself. You want to be a girl. You want to run for a queen. Go for it. And the kids in the school, man, I don't believe that bullshit. 20% of Gen Z are in the alphabet soup group. Bullshit. These kids are going along with what they think is cool. They're all plugged in to social media, TikTok, Snapchat, and all that other bullshit. And this is supposed to be cool. Cool was different when I was a kid. Cool was something else. Cool wasn't holding hands and making out with another boy, or being a Ku Klux trans member. Cool has changed. I don't like this new cool. I want the old cool. No. This new cool has too many dicks in it. What the hell? So I believe, and I'll put a link in the description box to the article. You can see the footage. You can see the girls. I don't know if these are the girls that lost to him or what, but there's a picture and it's obvious who the boy is. There's some girls in there that got their little gowns on, all dressed up, but you can tell who the fucking boy is. And in case you can't, let me give you some hints. He's the one who's huge as fuck and has a boy's face and a boy's shoulders. What sick shit is this? Ladies, you like being erased? You like being forgotten about? You like to have some man come into your space and say, no, I'm more of a woman than her. I'm more of a beautiful, elegant woman than an actual woman. Ew. So what's next? Men are taking over women's positions, taking women's accolades from them. So are men going to have to start fucking men who are really women? I don't like where this goes. I don't like how this plays out. That shit is gross. You got these kids voting for this jackass because they think that's what they're supposed to do. Maybe they're afraid to get in trouble in some way. They don't want to be uncool to their inner circle. Who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote for? Like, what the fuck? If this happened at my high school, I graduated high school back in 1998. Way back in 1998, before the interweb. If some dude was running for, first of all, I'm sure some teacher would be like, no, you're a boy, you got to run for king. That's usually how these things were ended back in the day. But if some dude somehow made it to the final vote the final voting for homecoming queen. Man, not only would this dude get teased to tears, but imagine what we would write on the little voting slip. Imagine how many people would cross out his name and write something else. And it would be very insulting. We'll put it that way. Are you shitting me? So Kansas, Transas City, Missouri, don't you ever look down your nose at California. Don't you ever laugh at those crazy granola-headed dirt fuckers out west in California. I would never move to California. How do those people stay in California? Why haven't you left California? Well, if we wait long enough and we keep voting like dumbasses, everywhere is going to be California. What do you think is going to happen to us if we have President Gavin bang your... Oh, shit. Almost made me throw up. Gavin bang your wife Newsom as president. Everywhere is going to be California. You better hold on tight to your state, and you better stop this poison before it spreads everywhere. Because I just told you about a story that took place at a high school in middle America where a boy was voted homecoming queen. Jericho, that's no big deal. That's one high school. There's thousands of high schools in America. Only starts with one. And as we've learned about real estate, guys, what is it? Location, location, location. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. Hit that Teespring link so you can get yourself some merch. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.